Mandy, I ministered in a mainline Protestant church in New England, and to the youth in that, and there were often beautiful sharings of testimony and witness. But there was always a time when you'd come across an adult or a child, but particularly adolescents, who said, I don't have a testimony. What's your perspective on that, and what do you say when you encounter that?
Yeah, I hear that a lot, that I don't have a testimony, or God doesn't show up in my life like God does with other people. Oftentimes I'll ask people, have you ever witnessed a miracle? And a few people raise their hand, and okay, then you have a testimony. But then I'll ask, have you ever seen an answer to prayer? And then there's a few more hands that go up, okay, you have a testimony. And then I've moved to the question, has anything good ever happened in your life? Because if we take Scripture seriously, that every good and perfect gift comes from the Father, from the heavenly lights, then the good things that happen in my life, these meaningful things, I can somehow attribute to the Lord and claim as my testimony. What I want the teenagers in my youth group to get a sense of is this sense of almost a perpetual Advent. You know, during the Advent season, we've spent the month of December looking for God. When's He going to show up? Well, December 25th, we know. But a kind of perpetual Advent, that God could break into my life at any point, in anywhere, any day. And so often, if a church is giving space for testimony or a space to reflect, it tends to be after a missions trip or after a camp experience, which I love, and I'm all in favor for that. But my fear is that if that is the only time that we are offering to teenagers to talk about their faith, we are implicitly telling them that God only shows up at missions trips. So what would it look like to be in a state of perpetual Advent where we know that God could show up on a Wednesday in the middle of February? And so I want to create space for those types of testimonies within my youth group for the ordinary times, knowing that God isn't limited to just 1 or 2 weeks a year.